object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. I love the storefront. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and jealous cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. I love ravens, though. They are so smart and cute. I know everyone kind of thinks of them as like a potent of ill will, but I love them. Wow, so the first thing I'm noticing is like a big step up in graphics. Everything's a little, this is quite similar, but it does look a little bit more crisp, a little more clear. This window looks amazing. Really, really good. I love seeing these rain droplets. I mean, I imagine a lot of you, like me, used to follow the rain droplets as they fall down and raise them, you know, like which one will come down first. So there are like these little spiders in the game, and I did actually see that I had that to turn. You know what, I will go ahead and turn them off for those of you who are not into. I have a bit of arachnophobia. I don't like them in real life. They don't bother me in games, so I totally get it. Oh, but there's a cat. Hello. The name of our cat in Strange Horticulture is Hellbore. I love that this one has heterochromia. So I'm gonna have to find out what the name of that cat is, so we can pick stuff up. Okay. And usually what you would do is you would ring the bell to invite your first customer in. A little loud and woke you up even. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. What are you giving me? There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, it's safest not to touch anything at all. Okay, Elijah. I should be back in a few days. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna wait till he leaves and then I'm gonna open it. Use your arrow keys or WASD to navigate your shop. So this is locked. I take it he's saying don't open that. That's interesting looking. And we have a weight here, so we saw the weights for the scale. Oh, this thing is cool, isn't it? So let's see. How do I? Middle mouse button can do like a zoom. I don't understand how to open it though. It's like, oh, it was right click, not left click. Okay, Strange Artifacts, a guide to occult objects, TS Gill. Wait, no, I can't open it. Oh, okay, it was like a double click. So here's the table of contents, and in the first game, like this kind of grew, like we would unlock new entries. I'm not gonna go through every single one of these because, oh my goodness, there's a lot. The ecumenical this away, like right there. What's this? This is our portrait on Eli. He's the thaumaturge, which is a collector and curator of powerful objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand ancient object has been the driving force of his adult life. But yeah, he's a stern master. He was kind of rude to us, to be perfectly honest. Oh, this is the cat Jupiter, devourer of souls. You're so stinking cute. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. I really hope that he brings in, like, objects, you know, like, I don't know if that's, like, gonna be a thing or not, but Elmore never left the shop. It would be so cute if he could leave. What is this? Well, looks like something fits in it, doesn't it? I don't have anything that looks like it would fit that. Even back here, but that is really cool. Oh my gosh, I love this game already so much. It's as great as I thought it would be. What is this? Oh, explore. This is the map. The map of Undermere has changed. Oh, it's like actually more of the actual city rather than surrounding areas. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, and we've got this and this, and I don't know what these things are. Like charms or something. I didn't mean to do that. Also magnifying glass, which you can also use shift to bring up a magnifying glass, okay? Or middle mouse button. They would do the same thing. Thalmic fields. All thalmic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thalmic lens. So is that like these? Nah, that's not a lens. Reminder, I stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Can I like leave that out as a note? No, okay, I don't think so. Gold leaf wood. Oh, this is interesting. Smooth and great detail. Wow, the level of detail in this. Nothing to remark. There's no scent or sound here. Nothing to remark. This is really cool. Okay, I have to try to remember this. Cellar of the wine merchant next door. And we'll see if we can visit them before the day is up. Who's our first person gonna be? Congratulations, today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. Oh boy, that's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Oh, that's nice, Thomas. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a placement for my hunter's boon. What on earth is the hunter's boon? I think we're gonna need to face, so it's gotta be something from an animal, and this is the only thing that I really think. I'm gonna see if I can, I'm gonna tag it, Hunter's Boon. I think it's the Hunter's Boon, so fingers crossed. Let's hope that I'm correct. Oh, I didn't actually look at this. What is this thing? It's very fancy though. Clay painted to look like bone. It's a bit much. I think we're looking for something very simplistic. It's a tiger's tooth, a trophy from Predator, and on closer look it gives a sensation of power. That was the thing that gave it away. Selling a totem. This is, see, we've unlocked a new contents of the book, which is what you tend to do when you get things correct. So we've labeled that, and now we'll know in the future if someone needs a hunter's boon. Yeah, okay. Now is time actually ticking away? It doesn't seem to be, because I would like to maybe explore, but usually you only can do so much. Let's do the exploring before we forget. Seller of the wine merchant next door. So we are at 29, which is here. Do you think this is it? Wait, any of these can be next door, you know? Should we try here? The proprietor, a Mrs. Grunmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Oh, so there was stuff down there. I don't know why I thought we would be getting some form of magical wine. That could be, to be fair. Okay, so I guess let's try to categorize them. I don't really know. So we've got maybe like bottles here, you know. Maybe cool necklacey kind of things here. Put that over there. I don't know. There's also cool necklacey things here. So now I'm like, I don't know. You know, could be. Oh, there's also a cool one there. Well, let's pet the cat real quickly, and then let's have a new customer. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters agone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. A shadow, hold on, I just saw there's like a button here. Oh, and it shows faces of the moon. What does that do? Like, okay, I was thinking I was changing the faces of the moon, but now I think I'm really, wait, am I passing to, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to stop messing with things I don't know. A shadow. Oh, yeah, I think I've definitely seen that. Or Shodic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or bottle, and it can be used to contain an Oshodic spirit. Pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. I like how I can click on these things. Poison. They are decorated with an elaborate design called Shadow Catcher. So we're looking for this Celtic knot kind of design. So like that. I think this is the only one I have. I like how they swing, that's so funny. I don't see anything else. I think it's gotta be this guy. I'm gonna type shadow sun pond. Okay. That's interesting. There's an auto label settling. I like doing it by hand though. Yeah, I'm a by hand person. Pet the cat, pet the cat. What's with all these ravens flying around under me today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Was this a character from the first one? Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay, what's it say? We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Okay, so in the first game, the days like ended, and then I see this down here. Okay, so this is like our failure meter. If you like get something wrong, like this goes down. But there is like day passing, so I'm very confused as to how I can like change that, because it used to be that like you had like these like travel points and all that. Okay, shall we travel to the boatyard? Let's go to the boatyard. Is that somewhere around here, like 23? That's like a specific boat. What would the boatyard be? Fairman's Way. There's also quite interesting. The eye, the pit, mossy wood. Very cool. Okay, it's not gonna be over here. It's gonna be probably either here at the specific boat or here. These all have dogs. At the boatyard, it doesn't specify, like. I'll click. Oh, wait, 8, the boatyard. Thank goodness I saw that. The yard has seen better days. A mass of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. I must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water, and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Sleep vessel. And the thing on shin. Apparently it's an afterthought, and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. And he gave us this fancy little totem thing. Well, interesting. I don't know. Where should I put that? Let's see. If I move this guy over here, I'll put you up there. Problem is, I tend to forget about all the room I've got over there. These quite feel related, don't they? This feels like it could be too. Let's put the animal sort of things together. Animals, animals. And I've got some hand things. Put the hand things over there. Okay, it has to stay there, I guess. Alright, so that's done. So I think I can probably just like put that in a drawer or something, right? Like, probably put that down there. It's okay, good kitty. Stanley Hume. I want is technically a dork, right? But it's not bronze. It's like bone. And then that's gold, stone. This fossilized creature. That's very cool. Being watched. That's cool. It's probably that first one, right? It's just a bronze dork, so I'm pretty positive it's that one. What was it called? Voice. So, voice of Cernusus. Did I spell that right? Voice of Cernusus. I think so. Okay. Fingers crossed. Alright, we're 3 for 3. Wait, have we done 3 or is that the 4th one? Yeah, it's made of bronze, and well, we know what a dork is, so yeah, it looks similar. Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye. Bye. Okay, don't say thank you or anything. Alright, so we did end today. Okay, so just like the first game. Pet the cat, pet the cat. Okay, let's end the day. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Mysterious. Alright, you ready for day 2? What's that? What's happening? Oh my gosh, what is this? What am I doing? This is cool. That's cool. They're like shackles. So we've got a new kind of like tarot card. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay, so northwest of a prison in the first building he came to. I'm gonna take a look at the map. Let's see. Let's look at that. So where is the prison? Prison. You'll jail then. He ran northwest. I get that. Building. I'm just gonna look down, see if there's any other sort of. I reckon that's the only prison. So we might want to go check out that. Can I just click here? Actually. Nice. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. So we got a cool trinket that is mysterious looking, isn't it? I think that would fit well, like, here by our, like, creepy hand collection. Got a bunch of creepy hands. That is pretty neat. Okay. Oh, look, it's not raining today. It's, like a lovely sort of countryside outside, out back. Okay, so we have our new character. The ornithologist, so he's related to birds, which makes sense why he was concerned about the ravens. And we're gonna pet the cat. Nice kitty. Okay. I think we're ready for what is this? Oh, the archive. I think we're ready to begin the day. Verona Green. I know Verona. She was definitely a character from the first game. Well, that's just perfect. Under mere fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturgist left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear. That was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. it say anything else, just that the horns will be worn smooth over the years. Shall I look up what this symbol means? Maybe there's info about it in the symbology. So here's horned god, which actually that actually fits this. Like, that's a very similar symbol. I was looking for that symbol specifically. This one. Let me see if I can find that. Horned god. I'm recognizing some that I'm seeing on other things, but not quite for that. So I think that is it, though. I think that this is our horned shekel. I'm gonna put horned shekel. So you rip those horns, girl. Go for it. Fingers crossed. I don't mess this up. Oh, that wasn't the item I'm looking for. That was not the item. So okay, I had my first boo-boo. Not the horned shekel. So I messed up. Maybe I should be looking at like these. They're actually, this part feels smooth. Well, probably should have looked at like literally one more item. I just didn't think it would be like a goat. Okay, it's clearly this. I thought that was it. That's the horn. Okay. Ow. Ooh, look at that though. We moved down a bit. Thank goodness. It has horns, and they've been worn smooth. Okay, well, yeah. I see. Good luck, Tess. Pet the cat after a success. The wheels. Oh, you know what? There's actually horns down here. I just realized that. It's kind of funny, but they're somewhat rough, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. I wonder why they're down here. Anyway, let's always test no, Verona's. She's important. And quite a few key players left that we haven't met. David again. Hi, David. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. I like the rain, but speak for yourself. Okay. We've got mail. It says, "Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours for the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston." John, you can't just give this to me for free. So, what farm is he talking about? Royston Farm, probably. I guess let's head over and see what his price is. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. So I guess we paid for it. But it sounds like it's good. Ooh, it's a cool raven totem thing. So I've got a few animal sort of, symbols. I think I'll put them over there. I've got this cool bat and then this cool raven. I really like that. Okay. Can I put this up somewhere? Like, put that in there, I guess. Oh, and I think there are some things here I could really also got owls. They come out at night, right? I'm overcome by a warm, loving emotion. I think it's this one. So we have the horns of the owl as a crescent moon, and we're overcome by a warm, loving emotion. So what is this called? A Selenic. We could call it a moon heart, but we could also just write what it is, which is a Selenic totem. Okay, I'm gonna write Selenic totem. I'm gonna give it a purple because it's really nice. Yeah, purple for nice things. This color for like neutral. This for evil things. Yeah, I think this is what you want. Nice. Carved totem. Owls associate with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape, and it imparts with me of a feeling of joy. This is not going back up, and that makes me nervous. Ooh. Hulk Grim. Cool. How do I get this to go back up? How do I get it? How do I repair? I was going to look and see if there's also this is really interesting, and look at that. I feel like we're looking for 3 items, and I don't know what we're looking for specifically. It's obviously way too early in the game to know. It could be, you know, it could be something like that. I don't know. We don't know yet. Good cat. Good cat. Still haven't found any sort of key to that, and finished everything in our archive. Okay, next customer. Hello, Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Ooh, okay, so we're looking for some sort of revenge tone. So, okay, we have our first choice. No wrong answers, but the decision will affect events in motion. So yeah, in the last game, it frequently was like a kinder choice and a not so kind choice. Something that might have more lasting effects. So we're gonna look up Binding Seed and Leah. So Binding Seed items are made of 2 distinct materials, representing Mentic and Weixic, the mind and the body. It's a punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. That doesn't sound too bad. And then what about the Leah? Zia? Oh, I thought that's a Leah, but that's a Z. What about the neck to place them closer to the heart? These innocent-looking items instill not have 2 L's, a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zias are made of a single material except wood or clay. That one sounds a little bit more malicious. Difficult to remove, and a sense of fear and paranoia versus guilt and shame. It's possible that if we just use the Binding Seed, she'll come forward and apologize, but the other one is like, actually will make her fearful. So I'm gonna go for this one. We're looking for 2 materials, representing Mentic and Weixic. Mind and body. And it's described by a spiral, so we got spirals here. Okay. So we have this one, and it's got spirals. It's like out of body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. So that one's 2 distinct materials, and it's spirally, and this one also 2 distinct materials. It's pretty grim. It's really grim, actually. I was thinking that it would make us feel guilty, and I don't really feel guilt. This one is also a spiral, but I think it seems to all be made of stone. out of body feeling, like my hands belong to somebody else. And I was expecting feelings of guilt and shame. But mind and body and having this like out of body experience, I suppose, also kind of tracks. So I think this might be the binding seed. I'm really nervous about getting this wrong. Wait, just to be sure, maybe we should look up the Zia again and make sure that I'm not accidentally giving that to her. It's made of a single material. So we should try to figure that one out. Not wood, not clay, no symbol or writing on its surface, and it should probably be like a necklace and it looks innocent looking, but it gives you a sense of fear and paranoia. So maybe like this. No. This tarnished silver. I mean, wooden clay, I forgot about that. Nothing to remark though, nothing to remark. This golden smooth, nothing to remark. It's two different materials to be fair. What about this one? Strong sense of being watched. So I think this is the Zia. And I'm gonna mark it as like being a bit more neutral. Like it's not quite evil, but it's not good either. Oh, and because it's like a pendant, I'll give it the like pendant one. Yeah. Strong sense of being watched, and that was like fear and paranoia, right? Yeah, okay. That's the Zia. This is the binding seed. Oh, that's not the binding seed. Holy cow, I'm doing really, really poorly. 2 mistakes in just a couple of days. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't even see this one. I didn't even see this one. I feel stupid. This is clearly it. This is clearly it. Yeah, I might make that one this color as well. It's obviously this. It's obviously this one. ziggy zaggy. Yeah, like how it kind of tickles my brain. That's interesting. What does it say? Oh, it's just gonna be, that's the clue. That's the clue. I love that. That's a very cool clue. Alright, well I have to do it. Like, we gotta do that real quick. I don't know at what point does it save, I'm not sure. But I'm still gonna look through it. Can I? Okay. So we're looking for a row that looks like this. Should probably put it over here. I think it's this one. Wait, hold on. This is that, and that, and it's this one right here. That we're in, well, it's here, right? On Princess Street. That's actually not that far down from us. I wish I could rotate it, but I'm pretty sure that I'm right. I'm pretty sure. The only thing is that, like, yeah, it's technically this one. Okay, I'm gonna click on it. That was it. There's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long hidden treasures. We found 2 items. Oh, very interesting. So one is like a vial of liquid. That's very cool. I'm gonna put it over here, although it reminds me of that in a teardrop shape. Let's look at it. It seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Doesn't smell like anything though. It's cold. And it's a glass filled with a blue liquid with a white hair inside. This one reminds me of like these. This one is iron and gold and some gemstones in it. It's weathered. Hard and cool, hard and cool. Doesn't smell or sound like anything. It doesn't make us feel anything. Let's pet the cat. What a good cat. Okay, the plants they aren't anything. So this has been Strange Antiquities. I mean, so far it's absolutely everything I wanted in a sequel. Oh, it resets at the beginning of the day. Thank God. I was really, really worried about that. Really worried. So you basically can mess up like 3 times in a day. I don't know if it's like, if you hit this point, it's bad. Like if we messed up once, we went down here. We messed up twice, we went down here. If we messed up the 3rd time, I don't know if that's it, or you're in the danger zone, and then if you mess up past that, yeah, unclear. Let's hope we never find out. Although I think the worst thing that would happen is it just like resets the day. Probably. It's not a very punishing sort of game. Wait, hold on. What's this little symbol right there mean? I'm noticing symbols everywhere, and it's so cool. I'm gonna recommend this game to all my friends. I love it. I was thinking that maybe that meant Jupiter or something, because that would be funny since... Okay, this is Jupiter. I've already forgotten what the symbol looked like. What? It's like a circle with 2 smaller circles. I don't think we've seen anything like that's okay. Yeah. But this right here, that's protection. And that's right there. So that's interesting, isn't it? So there's symbols around here. I don't know if there's any more anywhere. Got loads of symbols over here. That the little tail. I might have to go there and see if I can work out what they are. There's so much room to put antiquities everywhere, isn't there? I'm really curious about that. Okay, so I'm going to stop here at the beginning of the third day on Saturday. And if you would like to know what happens, if you'd like to see more, then please